So here I have about half a cup of celery stalk, and we're just gonna toss that into the penne pasta. You can do more or less of every type of vegetable that you want. You don't have to necessarily do it exactly like I'm doing it. I'm just giving you kind of a gauge for what you want to do for the salad. Um, like I'm gonna put, this is a zucchini, and I'm gonna put just like about a half a cup or to a cup of zucchini in there because I put so many things in my salad that it can easily start to get to be too much actually. So I just try to keep each amount kind of on the lower side so that it kind of all adds up to like a beautiful merriment of ingredients all in your salad. So basically, I also wanted to talk in this video about how long I've been vegan because I don't think I talked a lot about that in previous, I keep losing my window here, in previous videos that I've done. I didn't, because I've only done a few now, so I haven't really had a chance to really talk about, how long I've been vegan. But I've been vegan for 4 years. And my husband, he was vegan for like 25 years before it was even kind of slightly in vogue to be vegan and have a vegan diet. So it's just been like a great life change. And my goal in these videos is just to share that life change with you and just share like some ideas that you can try as far as recipes and just beauty and all that stuff that goes with the vegan lifestyle that you can try at home if you want to start trying to adopt a vegan lifestyle more in your life. It's not an easy transition to go from eating meat and dairy your whole life and then just switching over to, a plant-based lifestyle. It's hard and it takes a lot of, it was easy for me, to be honest, but that's because I married a vegan and I was also trying to be vegetarian for many, many years. So it was kind of easy for me to transition over to being a vegan. But I think, if you're just going, like if you're in a relationship with someone who's exactly like you and they've been eating meat and dairy their whole life, it's going to be really hard to just, okay, today I'm going to be vegan. You might be able to do it for a week or maybe even like, a month or something, but to do it for your whole life, it's different. This is a lifestyle, it's not a diet. And I think a lot of people get the two things confused. They think, oh, okay, I'll just fast and be vegan for a week or something, or whatever. And no, you're done with meat, you're done with dairy. In fact, you come to a certain point where the thought of eating dairy or meat or anything makes you sick to your stomach. And actually, if you do accidentally eat it, you do get sick to your stomach. So it's like at that point, it's pretty serious when you actually adopt the lifestyle. So, but I don't want to get too preachy because that's not my style. But I just like to share things I've learned about being vegan and everything like that. And also I wanted to add that I'm a singer and I'm pursuing that as a side career. I'm a full-time mom, stay-at-home mom, so trying to be vegan, trying to have a singing career is really tough these days because, I'm a mom first. So, and I'm getting older and the music industry is very tough to, what's left of the music industry is very tough to make it as far as independent goes even. Because most people are just being independent now. There's not really like an industry like there used to be. It's basically become an industry of self-promotion. So, and that's great, and that's what I'm trying to do, but it just takes time. You have to get in a recording studio and get albums out and make songs and all that good stuff, and I love music with all my heart, but I also find that as a mother, you find yourself 99% in a kitchen cooking somebody a meal, especially your child. So that just became a natural transition for me to go from, being, pursuing a music career and then having a family and then being more of a person who's at home and doing things in the home. And then, life is abundant. You can pursue many things, I believe, at a time and you'd be a very happy, well-rounded human being. I think you just have to prioritize in life and decide what's really important to you and what's not as important to you. I'm passionate about veganism for many different reasons, not just to like have a perfect figure or, just talk about being vegan like because I want to be different. It's more or less because, it affects our planet, it affects everything. It affects animals. I'm totally an advocate for animals, and I'm anti-animal cruelty and everything like that. So there's a lot of reasons why I want to do these videos, and just I enjoy it. So here we have, just segueing back into what I'm doing for the penne pasta salad, is I've added now the zucchini. So that's about a good half a cup of zucchini in the penne pasta salad. So if I had cherry tomatoes, that's what I would put in the salad next, but I don't have a cherry tomato. I have just a regular size, well, it's kind of a smaller tomato, but I love cherry tomatoes, and they always taste good, really good and everything. Recently too, I've just upped my raw food intake quite a bit, and that has definitely helped me feel, you know, more satisfied. It's been tough segueing into a raw diet because I live in the Northwest, which is a lot cooler during most of the time during the year, and so it's tough to kind of segue into that kind of raw, 100% raw lifestyle, although I am trying to go that way more because I know it's kind of the healthiest way to go overall. It's tough to segue completely 100% into being raw. And, you know, also there's a thing with budget. I can't get that amount of fruit all the time to be 100% raw, you know, but I know that's kind of like the in thing right now. Everybody's trying to do, like, be raw vegan. But I think if you're just starting out as a vegan, I think you should definitely go the route of being just a normal cooked food vegan first. And then from that point on, then, you know, maybe you can slowly, like I am, transition into being more of a raw vegan. Because let me tell you, it's not easy. You have to get used to just, I get cold a lot. Like in the morning, I'm like always cold. Like after I have a smoothie, or like a raw banana smoothie, or if I have fruit in the afternoon, I start feeling like I start getting cold, you know. And I'm a person who's kind of naturally cold as it is. I'm the person who has like cold feet in the summertime and cold hands in the summer. So for me, it's a lot better that I, you know, just kind of segue into it. But everybody's different, you know. For becoming vegan, I just jumped right in head first, and you know, I lost a bunch of weight. I lost about 10 pounds just kind of going into veganism naturally. You know, as women, we go through all kinds of hormonal changes too. So that's another thing you have to remember, is that, you know, just because your weight is one day, you know, one thing one time at your life, and then something else another time. It's like we have babies, we go through all these different body changes, you know, in our life. And, you know, we have periods, we have all these different things to attend to. So you can't be hard on yourself. Our weight fluctuates, you know, based on how much we've eaten the day before or how much salt we've consumed, which I definitely stress a low sodium diet, low sodium lifestyle. But it's not always that way. It's not always like you're out at a restaurant with your family, and one of my favorite restaurants is a vegan Thai restaurant. I absolutely, totally love vegan Thai food, you know, and it's very good for me, but sometimes it does have a little bit more salt than I'd like, or, you know, and it's a buffet too, so you're going back, you know, for more. But I feel like it's okay to eat in abundance as long as you're eating abundance, you know, you're eating healthy in abundance. If you're not eating healthy in abundance, that's when it becomes all kinds of different health issues could become presented to you in the future. So, you know, I'm all for abundance, you know, but I mean, if you want to eat in portions, for me, I understand that everybody has a different lifestyle, and not everybody can be like somebody else. Everybody lives differently, does things differently, and I think it's unfair. That's why not all diet works for one person or lifestyle, because, you know, some people have 5 kids, some people have 1 kid, some people have no kids, some people are free, they can do whatever they want. So everybody has a different way of living, and different philosophies, and different religions, and different, you know, feelings on everything. And you can't just lump it all into one thing and say, okay, everybody can do this, and you're going to be super successful because I did it and I was super successful. It just doesn't work that way. That's not how life works. Plus, you know, any given day can bring you many different things to your plate. You could be sad depending on what happens to you. You could be happy. You could be all kinds of different things. So you want to keep your mind open to the possibilities in life and be flexible, because life, being 39 years old, I know life will throw you some curveballs that you never in a million years expected would have to survive, get through. And so, sometimes we have our down moments, and, we don't always eat right, or, or we don't eat at all, or, so we have to keep that into account when we're thinking about quote unquote diets, which I hate the word diet anyway, because diet denotes like you're deprived of something somehow, and so that's, like, in my opinion, not good, So I've already put some tomatoes in there, and I kind of want to be quick on this because the tomatoes get soggy and then it doesn't taste as good. You want everything to be kind of on the crunchy side. So I'm putting in a fresh pepper now, and peppers are beautiful because, and they're just beautiful because they add color to any salad, and you want to have color in your food. Definitely, you want to have color. So back on about different diets. Everybody has different lifestyles, and as I'm cutting up this pepper, everybody has different lifestyles, and there's not one thing works for all people, like I was saying. So eventually I know that I will be able to go more raw in the future, but right now it's just not in the cards. My big thing is just low sodium. Make sure your food is low sodium, low fat as you can get it on the regular, like throughout the week. Not on the weekend. Obviously on the weekend you might want to splurge a little bit, like on a Saturday or Sunday. You're kind of chill unless you're really going 110% for some special event or something that you have to be at. You're kind of chill. You want to have maybe something sweet. You maybe want to splurge and have a little bit more salt in your food, and that's fine. Just get back on the pony, the next week when you go in. You just want to make sure that you are getting back on the horse and doing what you need to do to get where you want to be. So that's my recommendation on that. Just keep it low sodium and keep it low fat. Sugar, just use natural sugars. Coconut sugar is a huge staple in my diet. Stevia from the raw, but typically I tend to, agave nectar, but typically I tend to stay away from, most sugar anyway. Like, I'm not a big sugar person. I like sugar, in my treats every now and then, but I'm just not a person that, like, I don't know. I used to be when I was younger. I used to love sugar, but I just tend to stay away from sugar now. So, and of course, I'm not into, and then there's vegan sugars, but I'm not into, anything processed or anything like that. So I've long since passed that point in my life of eating that kind of food. So, once we get the color going here with the salad, back on the salad, because I definitely know how to digress onto other things. But we're back on the salad. So I put the peppers in, and then the next thing you want to do is put a little bit of garlic, because garlic adds flavor to everything, and garlic is awesome. So here's my garlic clove, and I'm just kind of trying to break it up now. What are you doing, honey? Oh, cool. You got one of the pots down there. Really, you're helping me? So much fun. We love to be in the kitchen cooking. So, yeah. It's just nice to know that you can have these different options. And you don't have to be hemmed into one thing. Because one thing can get a little boring sometimes. You want to keep it interesting in life. Life is, we only get one time as far as I know. And you want to make it exciting, Just make it interesting. And taste buds are everything that way, You got to have different, it's like sometimes I can remember back to a meal I was eating that was special that day. I was with somebody special, or I was enjoying, something special with them, an experience that was special. And I can think back to that time and remember, like, kind of what I was eating or what it smelled like, or I'll smell a smell and it'll remind me of that time period. So, oh, and this is by the way, this is a pink ceramic knife that is really great for cutting veggies, and mine's kind of dull now, but you have to keep them sharpened more frequent. But this is great for just cutting veggies, cutting fruits, everything, and it's just something you want to have in your arsenal of tools as far as cooking goes. And there it is up close. So yeah, in this, so you've learned a lot about me so far, and you know a little bit more about me than you did in the last couple of videos that I've done. Now, I do add a little green pepper to this. And so we got the red, so I did the red, and now I'm doing the green. Again, this is for taste and color. Taste and color is everything in cooking. Taste and color. Flavor. Things that don't have flavor, it's just like, what's the point? You know, you want to have flavor. So I'm going to put it on pause for now, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the final result.